and that was a pretty huge task because we had to take control of the whole production after he passed away, and that was a big challenge in itself. And we had to approve the mixes and look over all the bureaucracy parts with his family and everything. So we went through a lot of hard work after he passed away to finish this album and the other songs that we still have.
Another aspect is that we never dealt with this, with label Century Media, so we're like new guys in the game, so we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what to expect from them, and never knew what to expect from us. So it's something of a challenge. Yeah, what most magazines and sites have said, it's basically true. We did record like something like 90% of the record when he died, and he did track one song. Yes, and it's pretty much true. It's all the vocals were from the pre-production, but sometimes people were like very skeptical of what to expect from his vocals. Everything was from pre-production, and well, apart from that, I mean, everything was pretty much what he envisioned, you know? Everything was as it was supposed to be. If you look at some of the songs, it didn't change much, and his vocals didn't change much. We did have a few minor things here and there that we arranged here and there, but vocals were there already and the songs were there, so we didn't have many changes going on. So you see that's the part that's interesting, because what you hear is what Warrel was really proud about. He really wanted these songs to be shown to the world.
Yeah, about the track list and the concept of the album, that was all of that was already thought of by Warrel before he passed away. He knew the order of the songs that he wanted. He wanted to change some stuff after he finished all the vocal recordings of the other songs, but because he was not able to do that, we had to follow his previous idea for the album.
Yeah, the only thing I remember really well is that he wanted Mother to be the last song, and he wanted to finish like with a big epic song, so it was pretty much what he envisioned.
Yeah, he wanted to open the album with Madam Satan and close it with Mother.
So we pretty much followed
what he wanted.
As far as I know him, he would be pretty pleased what we were working in. I mean, all the time he was like, "Oh, we're making a monster," and he would show songs to his family and friends and everyone. So it was something that he was really happy about. He was really, I mean, making music is what kept him going, and I think he would be really happy with it. If you.
Yeah, we pretty much followed everything that he wanted for the album in terms of everything, of the conception, the artwork. Luckily, a lot of the stuff he had talked about with us in other times. So, and also he was a lot in contact with Travis Smith, the guy who did the artwork, and the artwork was very advanced. So yeah, I think that the final result of Shadowwork really is 90% of Warrel Dane's vision, definitely. About his opinion, I'm very sure that he would be very proud of this album, and that he would feel that it was a natural evolution from what he was making in other albums that he did, both with Sanctuary and Nevermore, because you can pretty much hear in Shadowwork the influence of all the stuff that he has done to this point. Like there's influence from Nevermore, from Sanctuary, and even from his previous solo album.
That's pretty much true. I mean, in the beginning, when we were first talking about this record, it was in 2015. We were touring, doing the whole Dead Heart and Dead World album. So what happens that sometimes he would pick a song based on lyrics. He gave us a big list of things. You know, it was stuff from Bowie, stuff from Nine Inch Nails. Many of these songs are great songs, but sometimes they didn't make it as in great metal songs. I mean, we're trying stuff. Some of it worked very nicely, but not everything. So he was living in my house, and along the way he came in and said, "Oh, this is not working as well. The songs are great, but they're not fitting. Maybe we should try and I can try and make original lyrics." And I said, yeah, it's even better, because that's what I would expect from him, you know. And yeah, and the Cure song was like the heaviest Cure song ever, so I think it kind of worked better than the other stuff that we were working in. Disconnection System was actually supposedly a country song, and then I turned it into that, but I'm not supposed to say which one it was.
Yeah, I think that this project was supposed to be, of course, a covers album, but it went on. It was a natural evolution that it became of songs of our own, you know. And we still have some of those versions, of those cover versions, and there's a good chance that we're gonna put out some new EP or a new album with those. We are talking with Century Media about that right now, actually. We invited Antonio Araújo. He's the guitar player for Courses.
But he's an amazing singer, and he was a good friend with Warrel. And he came. I mean, he lives very far away from me. He lives something like 500 miles away from Sao Paulo, and he came just for this show. It actually took place a week ago. Apart from Antonio, we had lots of friends. I mean, what we did was more of a release party. It wasn't a proper concert. So what we did, we invited a lot of friends to play Nevermore songs, some singers, some drummers, some guitar players, very talented people, and they did a beautiful job. And at the end we played as fast as the others, and the Heart Collector with Antonio. He was incredible. I think Warrel would be probably very happy to see Antonio sing. I mean, Antonio, I think once or twice we played River Dragon, and Antonio did a duet with Warrel. It was incredible. He's an amazing guy, amazing singer, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Antonio is an awesome singer, and he has a lot of influence from Warrel as well, and he has his own identity as a singer, and we're looking forward to do some stuff with him as well.
Well, first, I saw some videos of Sanctuary doing the songs with Joseph Michael. He's an incredible singer. I think Sanctuary music is a different beast, you know, because they were from the 80s. And at the time, I think Warrel's vocals were more, he still was finding his style. So I think someone like Joseph Michael, who's a more traditional heavy metal singer, would be very fitting. I think he sounded incredible. I think they're gonna do an amazing job with him. And yes, Warrel's, I mean, if we're trying to do something with a singer, and at some concerts or maybe something like that. But if we get someone, first thing I'm going to ask him is like, please do not try and mimic Warrel, because it's not the point here. Because we want someone to honor him, but as you said yourself, he's a very unique voice. He's a very different. He's a guy who's like, he's one of a kind. He's one of those voices that, if you try to sing like him, it's not gonna. It's gonna sound like a caricature. It's not gonna work. You know. So it's a very unique voice. He can be very influential, but I think in Sanctuary's case, they did something with. It's a different style, so it's easier to find someone to do something very incredible as Joseph Michael did. But I think in case of the Nevermore and the solo stuff, I think it's more personal. So it's way harder to find someone to do that.
Yeah. I guess that we pretty much will look forward to find somebody who can do justice to his vocals, but at the same time can keep his own personality when playing the songs live. That is if we do any deal to do these shows. You know what? He really loved Brazil, and especially our city here, São Paulo. São Paulo is a very interesting city in Latin America because we have all this blend of different people from different cultures. We have people from Japanese, Italian, people Afro-Americans, and people from all kinds of different races and places in the world. And he really felt that he blended into the city, and he really liked to hang on and walk around the Augusta Street, which is a place nearby, which it's kind of the place to go if you want to be alongside the alternative community in Sao Paulo. And there's a lot of restaurants there. There's one called the Rock and Roll Burger, which he really loved. And if you come to visit São Paulo, you definitely should go there.
There was Madame Satan.
Yeah,
actually,
also,
yeah, the song actually came from this club we took him to. It was like a goth 80s goth pop club, and he we took him there. He was like a child in a candy store. He was crazy. He was going everywhere. Actually, the day I took him, it was the day that Bowie died. And he was a huge Bowie fan. So it was crazy. He went berserk there. So these two places, I think, were his favorites. But as you asked, I think the problem is, even if he came here like 10 years before, I think the fate would have been the same, because he had a dark cloud, yes, and his depression was something that even if he liked being here, I think it would just end up just being the same, because we had some really difficult times with him, really difficult times. Even if he liked the place, it would eventually get to him, because that was who he was.
Yeah, but I think that because São Paulo is such a place with blended people from different races, genres, and cultures, I think that he kind of sometimes felt more home here, even than in Seattle, because we had such a diversity of people here, and he really loved that.
To be honest, we did have some people trying to get in touch with us back in the day, but many of them waited for the record to come out to have like an excuse to talk to us. Sometimes some people get touchy on that. They don't want to intrude in your life. But for me, I think it's okay because personally, even though I know these things are hard, sometimes you have to remember stuff, but sometimes you remember the good times as well. So it's not something that I bitch about. I mean, it is what it is, you know. The only thing that I don't want is to spend the rest of my life being the guitar player for that guy who died. But except from that, it's all good.
Yeah, I think it's a good. Actually, at the end, you know, it's a good thing that people is interested in this album because people want to interview us and know everything about how it was done, because we really put a lot of hard work on this and it was really hard to finish it. So it's actually a good thing to get, you know, some well-deserved recognition for everything that we went through. Yeah, guys, I recommend everybody to buy this album because it's really an amazing work by Warrel, and I think that deep inside he knew that it was going to be his last album, and he really put a lot of love on this, and all his craft is on it. So I think it's very important for people of the metal community to go listen to it and listen carefully to everything. Even if you can buy the CD or the vinyl edition, you can get and see all the artwork, this marvelous artwork done by Travis Smith, one of the best artwork he has ever done. And keep in touch and in tune with what we'll be doing next, because we still got some material from Warrel, and we'll probably put out some very good stuff with that. So keep following us on social media and everything. I think you guys will be surprised what we can come up with in the near future.
Yeah, we never know what the future might bring, you know. We have hopes, we have dreams, but I think it's only fair that you should try to listen to the album and try to delve into whatever it happens. It's a very deep album. It's got stuff that, I mean, we can't tell people lots of it, but I think the music speaks for itself. So I just hope you guys listen to the album and try to dive deep into what it is. So I thank you so much for coming after us and for this interview, and we hope to keep you in touch in the future. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. See you soon.
See you.